So Sony recently announced at New York Comic Con that Spider-Man 2 will be coming to PC on January the 30th of next year, 2025. This is only 15 months after it launched on the PS5 back in October 2023. And this got me wondering, what does this mean going forward for Sony first-party PC ports? Let's dive right into it. So Spider-Man 2 is releasing on PC 15 months after it debuted on the PS5. Here's a quick chart showing some of the most recent PC ports of PlayStation exclusives and the time between console and PC releases. As you can see, the release window has gone from a high of 25 months, which is just a little over 2 years, to 15 months, which is just shy over a year. I suspect this window will shrink even further as Sony attempts to recoup some of the money from their ridiculously unsustainable gaming budgets. Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 5 was reported to have cost around $315 million and needed to sell over 7 million copies just to break even. To date, the official numbers from Sony have shown that the game has sold 11 million copies, meaning it's broken even, but the return on investment may not be as high as Sony would like. Therefore, it makes clear financial sense to release it on PC to attempt to increase sales and generate more income. The PC port is being handled by Nixxes, who you may remember as handling the PC ports for games such as Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Forbidden West, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Spider-Man Remastered. Spider-Man 2 will come in 2 editions, the Standard Edition and the Digital Deluxe Edition. With the Standard Edition, you get the complete game, all the latest updates, and all the latest DLC content since the PS5's launch, which includes 12 new suits, New Game Plus, which why are we including New Game Plus as part of DLC? That should have been there at launch, but hey. Ultimate levels, the new symbiote suit styles, time of day options, post-game achievements, action figure mode in photo mode, and screen reader and audio descriptions. The Digital Deluxe Edition comes with everything we just listed above, plus 5 exclusive suits for Peter Parker, 5 exclusive suits for Miles Morales, early unlock for the Arachnite suit, Peter, early unlock for the Shadow Spider suit, Miles, early unlock for the Web Grabber gadget, plus 5 skill points, and additional photo mode items. Sony also took this opportunity to announce that they have no plans for any further DLC for Spider-Man 2. That seemed to kick off a little bit of a firestorm on Twitter as per usual, but at the end of the day, what did you expect them to do? Insomniac is probably hard at work on Wolverine and the other games in its repertoire, so it was kind of a no-brainer there wasn't going to be any more. Look at what was released in the most recent DLC, things that should have been there at launch, things such as New Game Plus, as I mentioned before, photo mode, all of that should have been there at launch, so their schedule's probably running behind, and with all the layoffs and everything else going on at Sony, it's very unlikely they wanted to invest any more time in Spider-Man 2, get the PC port out of the window and move on to the next game. So there you have it, Spider-Man 2 is coming to the PC in a few months with all the DLC content included and hopefully various PC options such as widescreen, ultra-wide support and the inherent enhancements that PC offers. One thing which is bound to stir up controversy from the vocal minority is a mandatory requirement to have a PSN account and link it with your Steam or Epic Game Store accounts. I can understand the annoyance on this one though, because this is a single player game we're talking about, and this is also previously applied to single-player games with no online or multiplayer components. It's just a way for Sony to artificially boost their PSN numbers when they report in their financials every quarter. Nothing more, nothing less. Even more egregious is that the PlayStation Network isn't even available in all the regions where Steam is, for example, which means that gamers in those regions who may want to play Marvel Spider-Man 2 on PC will be unable to do so. I can guarantee that Sony will not publicise this in those regions affected, which will lead to some people buying this game but being unable to play it due to the PSN restriction. I do hope that Steam and Sony, for example, will come together to make some arrangement where they do not list the game for sale in those regions where PSN is not available, but I'm not holding my breath. With the release window between PS5 first-party games and their PC ports getting shorter and shorter, what could this mean for PlayStation going forward? I think it's safe to say that the window is only going to decrease further and further, with the eventual future being PC releases of major first-party PlayStation games will be releasing day and date with their console counterparts. Unless Sony has a change of heart and reverses course and gets its budgets under control, they're going to have no option but to do this. Despite high revenue, PlayStation profit margins, which is what matters at the end of the day, are razor thin. So releasing games on PC is a no-brainer if they want to increase those margins in the short term. This approach will probably again upset that vocal minority on Twitter of those hardcore PlayStation fans, but for the average consumer, which makes up the majority of PlayStation customers, it's probably not even going to register. So, what do you think about Spider-Man 2 coming to PC? 15 months after launching on the PS5. Will you be picking it up on Steam or the Epic Store? Will you be double dipping, assuming you bought it on the PlayStation 5? I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you lovely people in the next video. Cheers!